Listen carefully. Like Daniel's talk, there's a great payoff. Let me set the scene. Kirsten and Sam at a beach. They're at beaches a lot. Quote, "There were many unknowns. We sat there in silence and watched the ocean, the same ocean I had fallen into that summer at camp when I was 10, and learned in that one terrifying moment that I had to fight in order to survive. As the sun touched the water and pinks and peaches exploded over the cloud-speckled sky, I watched the waves roll in. My eyes fastened on a single wave in the distance. First it was a swell, then it became a peak, and finally it crested over into an explosion of white water, which then dissipated as the wave trudged onwards toward the land, finally turning into little more than a ripple, which then, exhausted, spilled itself onto the sand, and one last gasp towards the destination it had been rushing towards for months across thousands of miles. The water finally came to a point as far up the sand as it was destined to go, and some of it sunk into the wet sand, and some was picked up by a little boy with a bucket, and the next turned back, and the rest turned back whence it came, becoming one with the next wave. And as I looked out past that next wave, I saw a line of waves as far as the eye could see, all unique and all carrying a history of a great journey within them, and yet all in some sense the same. And I had the startling realization that my life was like that single wave, that I was on a great journey over great distances, but at the end, what happened to the wave would happen to me. I would dissipate and return to whence I came, and would be no more remembered than that single wave that I watched, which was now disappeared as if it had never existed. And suddenly, I knew that none of the questions I had mattered. It didn't matter whether I got rich or not, whether we lived in New York or LA or even Philadelphia. It didn't matter because there was no correct destination. It didn't matter because whatever happened would just be another experience. It didn't matter because each little thing I was afraid of could turn out to be the adventure of a lifetime. That was the beauty of it all. Instead of feeling some nihilistic dread, I felt calmer than I had ever felt in my entire life, because I knew that no matter what, I would be okay. I could stop fighting, stop proving to myself, stop having to prove myself, stop being afraid. Instead of trying to become the wave, I could just be the wave, because I was already enough. The only thing that mattered in the world was this moment, and in this moment, Kirsten Thompson sat next to me, and all I cared about was the love that we shared, the love that we might someday grow and build a family upon. And at that moment, I finally just let go and trusted that everything would be okay. And that is what I have come to call God. I put my hand out, and she placed hers in mine, and we didn't say anything. But I felt at that moment no fear, and understood that we had silently agreed that no matter what happened, we would be okay, and we would experience it together." End quote. I believe when the heart no longer fears, a feeling of trust develops, a trust that says, you can stand in front of me completely exposed, and I will not hurt you. Then your lives have changed forever after. And now we're going to exchange the vows. Let me get that. Okay. You don't think anyone heard that?
No, I think
Okay, Kirsten's going to go first.
This isn't mine.
Oh, you're right. Good thing you have
Okay.
it.
Sam, as I look into your eyes, I see the soul of a man filled with honor, acceptance, and love for me. And I'm filled with gratitude beyond explanation. You have shown me how to live with a greater awareness of myself and of others. Today, my life purpose shifts from being one of independent growth to one of partnership. The joys and the love will be easy to share. The challenges and sorrow I will also embrace. I'm devoted to becoming a better partner, best friend, and wife with each moment of experience I gain. And I look forward to deepening our connection every day. I vow to make our relationship paramount in my life, and I will love you fiercely.
Kirsten, I love you so much, and these are my vows. I will always speak to you and of you with respect. Every day, I will ask you how your day was, and your answer will matter to me. Every day, you, and someday our children, will be the most important thing in my life. No matter what we face, I will always stand beside you, holding your hand. I will provide for you, and I will protect you with my life. You are my best friend, and I'm in love with you, and I'm so proud that you have chosen me. I will love you fiercely every day for the rest of my life.
Then the rings. Keep breathing. Okay, now we're going to do the ring ceremony. Kirsten is going to go first.
I have searched for you my whole life, and I am so proud and humbled that you have chosen to be my husband. This ring symbolizes my never-ending love and devotion to you.
Sam.
I have searched for you my whole life, and I am so proud and humbled that you have chosen to be my wife. This ring symbolizes my never-ending love and devotion.
By the power vested in me by the state of New York, I now pronounce you husband and wife, and you may kiss your bride. And you have that ring.
Oh my God.
be. If this were to go under, that's the risk I take. And I'm froze by desire, as if a choice I made. And I am yours now.